Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we are going to talk about the Black Friday that just dropped 2 hours ago or something like this. And well, to be fair with you, at first I did not want to do a video on the event at all, for the simple fact that I think wargaming is really taking us for cash cows. Of course, the main thing they are advertising is the Caro 45 ton that you can see right there. The brand new Italian medium tank that features the same mechanism as the Minotauro, but has 4 shells in its magazine instead of 3. And of course, Wargaming knew the hype was going on with the tank. So what they decided to do is probably the shittiest move in the whole history of Wargaming. What they did basically, in order for you to get the tank, you need to buy 2 tanks before. The Emil 1951 for 750 coupons, the T77 for 1.2 thousand coupons, and after you gotta get the Caro 45 ton for 1.8 coupons. Of course, 1.8 thousand, sorry. Of course, they did not get to the shitty point where every time you use your coupons, your discount, or whatever the currency of the Black Friday is, it's just out of your account, meaning that to get the Caro 45 ton, you will have to get 1.8 thousand coupons in total, not 1.8 thousand plus 1.2 thousand for the T77 plus 750 for the Emil 1951. And of course, the only way for you to actually get those coupons is to spend money into the game. It's definitely a pay-to-win event, and honestly, if it was not that pay-to-win, I wouldn't mind, but you will have to literally buy everything the Black Friday has to offer. So everything here, literally every single offer from Black Friday if you want to get the Caro 45 ton. And I did the math on how much it's going to cost you. Basically, if you want the Caro 45 ton, it's going to cost you between $200 and $250, depending on how much gold you already have in your account. So yeah, definitely an expensive tank. And of course, what kind of disgusts me is the fact that in order to get access to those new tanks, you need to pay thousands and thousands of dollars. In less than 2 weeks, Wargaming released 2 high-priced tank, the Caro 45 ton at $250 and the Caliban for a direct offer, but at least here, if you were lucky enough, you could get it in 1, 2, 3 crates maybe. So in total, if right now I spent my money on the Caro 45 ton, I would have spent the equivalent of nearly $400 between last Friday and this Friday. $400 is literally half my rent. I mean, and I'm not living in a small apartment, like really I have a good apartment, etc, etc. So it's crazy to think that Wargaming knows we will spend money on that. Because of course, if they put the tank at such a high price, it's not only because they thought, okay, let's put a random high price and see if people will bait. No. They literally do that because they have analytics, statistics telling them that it's probably the most optimum price in order for them to gather a maximum of money. And this is where it's a little bit alarming, because in the end, Wargaming allows themselves to put tanks at such a high price, it's because there is a high demand behind. Because we blame a lot Wargaming on those kind of behaviors, but we forgot to talk about the player. If this Caro 45 ton is seen on the battlefield, you know that the people spent $250. And I would be curious to see how much of them we're going to see at the end of the event, and see if specifically Wargaming made a lot of money out of those. For example, since not so long ago, they started increasing the price for the legendary camo in terms of gold. Of course, they did that maybe because they made them a little bit cooler than before, because I want to remind you that the first ever attachment we had into the game is the one on the Object 263, which is literally just that little machine gun here, which is not comparable at all with the Minotauro right now. But at the same time, if they are increasing the price for something that is literally not giving you any advantages beside the regular camo that you can get for free, it means that they know people are willing to spend, and they know they're maybe trying to increase the price, and every time they do, they see that it's working and that people are spending. So yeah, can we really blame wargaming? I don't know anymore. It's our fault after all. It's our fault. So hopefully you will make the right choice. You will not spend your money on stupid shit. And I'm gonna do a whole review of the worthy tank in my opinion, but out of the list right now, what I think is important for you to get is most specifically the Object 907 that is sitting on in the shop for 15,000 gold. It's a good offer. And some others that we will talk about further in another video. But I don't know if you share or not my point of view concerning this event. I just think it's a shame that you have to you're forced literally to spend your money on the Emil plus the T77 if you want to get the Caro 45 ton. I understand that it's a pay to win event and that they want to make money out of juicy discounts, okay? But seriously guys, for those of us that already have everything, that are already supporting you for years, you could have done a nice gesture, and I talked about that in the previous Black Friday from 2021. If we already have the Emil 1951, the T77, and maybe let's say all the tanks from the list right there, so it really limits the number of people that are allowed to do this. But if you have everything they have to offer here as tanks, they should just give us a special offer for the Caro 45 ton, really reducing the price like $75 or something like that. But of course they're not doing that because they know that if you already have all the tanks into the game, it probably means that you're a collector, so you will be willing to spend tons and hundreds, thousands of dollars in order to get the new tank. That's a shame that they take us for cashco, but in the end, they're right because it works. So once again, a video in which I'm disappointed. I'm sorry. It's just boring. Now that I work and I'm less on World of Tank Blitz, I see things with a different point of view, like a global point of view, because I'm watching this from the distance. And to be fair with you, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it has always been like that or not. All I can tell you is that it's just a shame to see one of my favorite games from 5 years ago turn into this. But that's how it is, guys. And hopefully you will not share my opinion, so you will keep going with the game. And hopefully developers will soon enough change something. Maybe, who knows.